Okay, guys, it's April 4th, 2011. Got a bunch more news of stuff that's going on. It's not being shown on the regular news. First, let me just tell you, there's been some earthquakes above 5.0 today in Crete. It's an island off Greece, Chile, and India. So there's still earthquakes going on. Even Japan had some today that was over 5.0. One of the things that you will find very hard to find in the news is there's this Muslim imam who is calling for the 12th Messiah, which is sort of like their Christ, but their Messiah. He says that he's coming soon, and that Ahmadinejad, who's the leader of Iran, if however you say his name right, is his job is to usher in the end of days. So these Muslims are taking this stuff serious, but they don't realize is that it's not on their timetable, it's on God's timetable, whatever's going to happen. Just to show you some hypocrisy in the news, someone wrote a letter and sent it to CBS News saying that Al-Qaeda has buried 160 nuclear bombs somewhere in the United States, all over the United States. And just by this handwritten letter, CBS News will go out on the air and say, oh, Al-Qaeda's buried 160 bombs in the United States. Now, our scientists have technology with satellites. They can locate any nuclear weapon on the planet. And all the plutonium on the planet is also accounted for. So this is just, it's a hoax. But the hypocrisy is that Al-Qaeda is the rebels in Libya. That's supposedly who attacked us at 9/11 was Al-Qaeda. But yet we're backing them in Libya. We're arming them and supplying them and training them. And the government has finally admitted, yeah, they're Al-Qaeda. But it's different Al-Qaeda. They're the nice Al-Qaeda, whatever that's supposed to mean. And also, you guys want to know why your college is so high? Why college is so expensive and out of reach for everybody? Princeton University is going to pay Snooki, that chick from Jersey Shores, 32 grand to come speak to their graduates. And who do you think is paying for that 32 grand? It's the parents that have all their students there. It's just ridiculous. It's so crazy to even think all this stuff. But on to some other stuff here. There's been 3 states now that have found radiation in milk: California, Oregon, and Washington. Of course, at the end of every article, they say, but it's safe levels, it's okay. But it's not. So I hope you guys are still taking your kelp. It's just a precaution. It's not going to cure anything. If we get hit with hard radiation, it's not going to help. But it's just a precaution for soft radiation. They found Berkeley, California, did a rain there in California, and they tested the rainwater, and the level of radiation is 181% higher than safe drinking water. But then again, they say it's okay. But 181% higher than safe levels were found in rainwater in California. You know, the Constitution says that there's going to be a census every 10 years, and the only question you have to answer is how many people live in your house. Well, now Obama wants to do a yearly census, and a lot of these questions involve the type of toilet you have, how many guns are in your house, how much money do you make, how many people live there, and there's other kind of personal questions. But I just want you guys to know you do not have to do this. Your Constitution, which has not been changed, says that you only have to do it once every 10 years, and the only question you have to answer is how many people live there. That's all you have to do by law. But they want you to answer all these other questions. Now, look, if a police officer comes up to you and they find 10 buried dead bodies in your backyard, and he wants to ask you questions, you can plead the Fifth Amendment, and not answer any question. Now, if a police officer can't ask you questions, who are these census workers think that you, and they threaten people. They say, if you don't answer these questions, you're going to be fined, you're going to jail. Let them threaten you. They can't do nothing to you. There's not been one case ever of anyone prosecuted for not answering, other than how many people live in your house. This is just stuff that's going on that you guys need to know about. A lot of states are being are getting frustrated because all 50 states have reported radiation, and they're asking the feds to help and also back up their claims, but the federal government is completely not involved at all. They won't even get involved, and it's the states are getting frustrated. There's this other one out of Idaho that says that Boise, Idaho has the highest level radiations of anywhere in the country. That just has to do with wind and rain and everything. But all 50 states have reported higher radiation. Boise, Idaho has the highest. And they still say, but it's okay. At the Fukushima plant, they're trying to stop this water leak that they have with sawdust and recycled paper. They have this leak. It's behind one of the reactors, and they have it on film now. And it's just a hole like this big of water just gushing out. And they act like they just now found it. But they've known it was there. But it's pure radiated water going into the ocean. So anything that's in that area is going to be, it's ridiculous. It's just insane that they're allowing all this stuff to happen. Scientists, this is from the Telegraph, which is out of Britain. They have genetically modified a cow to produce human breast milk. And like one of the things I said, there's just some things you shouldn't mess with, and this is one of them. It's just ridiculous that they're even allowing people to mess with animals this way. Because if you change DNA in one way, something else gets changed, and it's never good. Out of Pakistan, there's this couple that found out their maid was Christian. So they beat her and burned her to death, and of course nothing is going to happen to the people that did it. They found this book in a cave in Jordan made out of metal, iron metal book. It's 70 pages, and it has all, you can look it up. You look Daily Mail, Fox News, they all have it. It's pretty cool. And they think it tells stories of Jesus. There's actually a picture of a guy which was hammered into the metal with a beard and everything. They think that may be Jesus. This is all legit. This ain't just on a Christian website. This was regular news. They're saying the debris from the earthquake and from the tsunami will be hitting the west coast any day now. So there'll be all this from the cities that just were completely wiped out will be floating up on California shores here pretty soon. While we are fighting in Libya to oust Gaddafi, and people are dying there for oil only, there's a civil war going on right now on the Ivory Coast that over 1,000 people have been killed, and we're doing nothing at all. And it's just because there's no oil there, so we have no interest there. Yemen is killing people, Bahrain, Syria, the government, but yet we won't touch these countries because they don't have any oil. It's Libya that has oil, so that's why we're there. And we want everyone to act like it's a humanitarian thing when it's not. You want to watch a very funny video? There's this woman called Ann Coulter, who's a Republican conservative. She makes books and all this, but she's on Fox News talking about how radiation is good for you. And that people in Japan, they may not have cancer now because of all the radiation. This is the spin the government is putting on this. You know, it's in the air, it's in the water, it's going to be in the food, and the milk, and the vegetables. And by the time it gets to people, the government's just going to let you think, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. There's just more on the water leaking into the ocean. If you can see the picture of it, it's just sickening to think that all this water is being poured in there. You know about this Florida pastor who burned a Koran, and today for the third day in Afghanistan, they've been rioting because this one pastor burnt one Koran, and they've been killing people. There's been like 10 United Nations people killed. Today, two American soldiers were killed by 2 Afghan police, and it's all been because of this one Koran. This guy, you know, and I don't care if you want to burn a Koran, you want to burn a Bible, whatever. This is America, and that's called freedom of speech. You know, you can't take away one person's right without taking away another person's right. It's just ridiculous, the stuff that's going on. That's just, I think, a lot of the old stuff I got. I mean, just everything I've been collecting. Again, you know, I hope you guys find this important, and you want to share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. It's just, I just want to, again, make sure you guys have information that's not being put on regular news, stuff you have to find. You know, like I was just saying, you pray for the best. You want the best stuff to happen. You want the best out of people. You got to prepare for the worst. So again, be good to your mom, and say hello to everybody. I love you guys. Talk to you later.